Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Synergize with Sudhasha. Hope you all are safe and well and taking good care of yourself. The year 2020 is the year of survival and we have almost sailed it through, taking utmost precautions. Please continue doing so. It's Christmas Eve today and I would like to mention an analogy here. Just as Santa Claus brings gifts and happiness for all of us in his sack, similarly, Lord Dattatrey has something for each one of us in his jholi. In my last video, I spoke about Lord Dattatrey's seventh guru, the sun, and the lesson of time management which we can easily relate with the sun. I had also mentioned that I would be speaking about Lord Dattatrey's 5 gurus in my next video. The reason for picking up 5 gurus together is that there is a common lesson that we can learn from all these living creatures such as deer, moth, elephant, fish and pigeon, who all lost their lives by getting distracted and falling prey to the pleasures of life. Let me brief about the lessons Lord Dattatrey learned from these 5 gurus and also the lesson that we can learn from these gurus. The 5 gurus of Lord Dattatrey. First, we'll begin with the story of 2 pigeons. There were 2 pigeons living in a nest on a tree. Soon they had young ones too. Once, when they flew to fetch food for their babies, a hunter trapped the young ones who were playing near the tree. When the mother pigeon saw her babies trapped, she felt that there was no purpose in her life and she fell into the net. The father pigeon was shocked to see his family captured and he too flew into it, thus ending his life. The next guru of Lord Dattatrey is a moth. Moths get attracted to light. They go so close to the fire, eventually burning to death. We'll talk about the next guru of Lord Dattatrey, the fish. Lord Dattatrey noticed that fish fail to control their sense of smell and taste and lose their life. Fishermen attach worms to the hook of the fishing rod as bait. The fish get attracted to the smell of the food and get caught. The 4th guru of Lord Dattatrey is the deer. No one can catch a running deer. Lord Dattatrey observed that hunters played music to distract deer. They then trapped the deer when the deer stopped to listen to music, thus bringing an end to their lives by falling prey to distraction of music. The last guru of Lord Dattatrey in this series is elephant. Lord Dattatrey saw how hunters lured elephants by making an artificial female elephant and spraying its scent on it. Huge elephants easily get trapped as they run towards the fake female elephant. They fall into the pit dug by the hunters to catch them. These observations led Lord Dattatrey to the conclusion that attachment to worldly pleasures distracted one from liberation or attainment of salvation. The soft skill lesson we can learn from these animals is how to be self-disciplined so that we don't get distracted from our goals, fall prey and become a bait to anyone or anything, thus losing the purpose of life. Self-discipline is self-regulation, self-control. Brian Tracy says that self-discipline is the ability to do what you know you should do, whether you feel like doing it or not. Self-discipline doesn't mean that you don't enjoy worldly pleasures, but it means that you enjoy them after having completed your important tasks. We use self-discipline at personal level, professional level and social level as well. The question is, will people who generally tend to focus their efforts on doing things that do not add value to their lives, such as spending long hours watching TV or web series, playing online games, or being active on social media, can become self-discipline in their lives? Well, the good news is that self-discipline is a habit that can be learned by practice and repetition. The more you practice, the better you become at it. Self-discipline can be practiced in many areas of our life. To name a few, self-discipline in goal setting, time management, good health and habits, teamwork, civic and social responsibilities, and such. I'm going to share some tips on how to be self-disciplined.
The first step is take baby steps.
Focus on one habit that you either need to develop or improvise, which is important to you right now. Don't try to change too much of you at a time.
The second tip is to say no to excuses.
After you have picked up the area where you need to be disciplined, the first step is to say no to excuses. You either do it or you don't do it, but there's no point in making excuses, as excuses are lies that we tell ourselves so that it does not have to be our fault.
The third tip is to create positive affirmations.
Repeating positive affirmations and believing in them can definitely make positive changes. For example, saying to yourself, "I'm always punctual," triggers your subconscious mind and helps you to work upon it till punctuality becomes your habit.
Fourth tip is to say no to temptations.
Believe in yourself. Only you can say no to any desire or temptation that deviates you from your target. You can use different methods to eliminate distractions that would certainly help you to focus.
Fifth tip is to dedicate yourself to develop the habit.
Dedication comes from within. It is essential to understand that you need to really work hard to be disciplined. Remember, it truly takes a lot from what you are and what you want to be.
The last tip is to be persistent and persevere.
There is a direct relation between persistence and self-discipline. The more you persist, the more self-disciplined you become. Persistence is self-discipline in action. These are a few tips that would be helpful to be self-disciplined. Begin to practice self-discipline today. The greater your self-discipline, the greater will be your confidence, and lower will be your fear of rejection and failure. I hope you find this video informative. Do leave your feedback in the comments section. In my next video, I'm going to talk about Lord Dattatrey's 13th Guru, the Python, and a very important and essential soft skill lesson that we can learn from his Guru. Thank you one and all for your overwhelming responses in the form of likes, subscribes, shares and comments. Please continue doing so. It motivates me to do better each time. Do subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon to get notified about my videos. Thank you so much, and I'll be back soon.